Welcome to WB Mason Extra Innings Live. Fast, free food service delivery. Nobody does it better. Tom Karen, Jonathan Papelbon, Will Middlebrooks. Just the fourth time in Major League history a team goes into the All-Star break with a winning streak of 10 or more games. Longest winning streak since 2018. That's also the last time they swept 3 consecutive series. Tough enough to do that. Even tougher when one of them is a 4-game set. But this team is on a roll. Are you buying now?
Well, I guess so, Will. I guess I'll buy into this club. I know I said they had a sweep to do it. But you know one thing, I don't know, since visiting Donald Trump, they're undefeated. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but when you shake the big man's hand, maybe you start getting on a roll.
It did start then. It also started against really bad teams, the Nationals and the Rockies, and we talked about that. You build momentum against bad teams, then you got to carry it into the good teams.
Right. Look, you can still lose those. This is still a big league team. They might not be a good big league team, but you see what this team's done against the White Sox, and they've played well against the Red Sox, and that's an awful team too. So you use those games to build the momentum. It's the brick by brick, the confidence that you need as a big league team, especially when you're young. And that's why they're winning these close games now, because they're feeling themselves right now.
Red Sox move into sole possession of second place in the wild card race at the break. They move up in the American League East standings as well. They do it over a 4-game series with a race in which they only hit .216. This was not about the offense. This was about the pitching. A starting rotation ERA of under 2 and a bullpen that didn't give up an earned run. Sox are 8-2 against Tampa Bay this season. Tampa Bay is over 500 against the rest of baseball. But the Red Sox have had their number, and they did again today. It was a tight, grinded-out affair until this man broke it open. To paraphrase the great Jack Edwards, 2 Ds, 2 Ns, 2 home runs in this series.
I mean, this guy, it just doesn't stop, right? He just keeps going. Trevor gets the big hit. The single off the wall, he drives in a run, and it's just like he comes to the plate and you're thinking, what more can he do? At some point, he's got to slow down, right? Yeah, it's a homer in 2 places in all ballparks. Guess what? He's in one of them, and he just keeps rolling.
Yeah, you know what, Will? I'm going to tell you, Cedon, Rafaela, make sure MLB gets your address while you're away for your All-Star break, because they're probably going to be drug testing you, kid.
Don't go far.
Don't go far.
Pap was on it first. Pap said future MVP, Cedon Rafaela. He's our star of the game, brought to you by the Subaru dealers of New England. Look at that 10-game hitting streak with 5 home runs and a 14-10 OPS. He walked it off on Friday. He applied the final knockout blow today and spoke about it with Jemai Webster.
All right, thank you. Well, Cedon, 10-game winning streak. The team closes out this first half with the 4-game series sweep of the Tampa Bay Rays. How would you best describe how great this group has it going right now?
Yeah, it's amazing. We're putting it together as a team. The pitcher doing really good stuff on the mound, and yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice to win.
You made a diving attempt on that Yandy Diaz single. What was going through your mind there, having the wherewithal to throw it in and cut down the runner at third?
Yeah, obviously I wanted to catch the ball, but when the ball fell off my glove, I had to keep playing. So I have to keep playing. Yeah, so I'm going to turn and I throw him out.
Yeah, big play there. You go 1 for 3 in this one with a 2-run homer, your 14th of this first half. What was the approach there, your 3rd time around facing Pepio, being able to clip him in that situation?
Not trying to do too much. Yeah, he threw me really good the first 2 ABs. So that third time around, I went out there to battle with him. He did a really good job today, and yeah, man, I was able to put a swing on the ball.
Did you think you got that one right out the box?
No.
Little unsure, indeed. All right, as you guys head into the All-Star break now, how are you going to manage to stay hot during the break?
Got some rest. Need some rest. Enjoy my family, and yeah, come back after the break and keep it going.
All right, Cedon, well-deserved, man. You certainly earned some rest. Have at it. Enjoy the break, and we'll see you on the way to Chicago.
Thank you.
All right, here's the play they were talking about. Top of the third, 2 outs, 2 on, no score, and a good effort. He doesn't get it, but he gets up quick and launches it.
Yeah, and Chandler Simpson was rounding third base. We know about the speed, and from his angle, it looked like Cedon caught the ball, and he made the huge mistake of stopping. He slowed down. He was ready to take all his stuff off and go play defense. And by the time he realized that he hadn't caught that ball, it was too late. Watch him. He looks in the dugout. He stops. And then the wherewithal from Cedon to make a good throw and get that out at third base. What a huge mistake.
That's a huge mental mistake,
Oh.
Will. And the fact of the matter is that Cedon stayed with the play, and him having to stay with that play gave them the ability to get out of that inning, which at the time was huge.
It's easy to panic right there, right?
Yeah.
You see the ball, you get up, and he knew exactly where he was going with that ball. He knew where the runners were. He didn't know that Simpson was going to stop, but he knew he had to play at third to at least get that out, even if the run did score.
Chandler Simpson's only 24 years old. That's what happens to young players and a young team when things are going bad. When you have lost 12 out of 16 or whatever
I think we
it
know
is,
better than anyone right now.
And they've gone through this here in Boston before,
Yeah.
right? Earlier this year, things like that were happening. Now they're crisp. Everything is going well. Roman Anthony continues to hit the ball, the youngest guy on the team, 21 years old. Got a 9-game hitting streak. The youngest Red Sox player with a 9-game hitting streak since Tony Conigliaro back in 1967. 389 the batting average. Another double today. It was Meyer and Anthony who got the extra base hit start.
I love the adjustments he's making. Pepio got him out a couple times on the changeup. He finally stayed on the same thing. Went up there and looked for it. That's a changeup, 3-2 count, off the plate away, and he was on it because he's looking for it. He was ready for that pitch because he did his homework. He watched other at-bats. He knew how he attacked him, and he went up there and looked for it. That's a 21-year-old doing that in the full count. That's big.
Wow, yeah. You know, for me, everything he hits, it seems like it's 100 miles an hour, Will.
It is.
I mean, the barrel-to-ball skills are, through the roof. And to me, the number one thing that sticks out is he came here with such high expectations, and he's actually filling those expectations.
I was more recent. I said 67. It was 65. And then Trevor Story, who owns Ryan Pepio, delivers the go-ahead run. 7 for 11 lifetime against Pepio.
So all three, Trevor, Roman Anthony, and Cedon Rafaela went up there and looked for the changeup. Pepio was so good. They got to the third time through, and we say this all the time against good pitching. They'll throw well the first 2 times through the lineup. Third time through, they make adjustments. He gets a changeup right there. He's sitting on it, crushes it off the
Yeah, well, to me, Will, they even made adjustments from his previous outing from him pitching against them. So they've seen him twice in a row now. And so, you know, when you do that, that to me shows you signs of a mature ball club.
Yeah. Sox put it away with 3 in the 6th. Prior to that, things looked like it was going to be just a weird afternoon all the way around. Red Sox got their first run of the game after a Meyer leadoff double. You look like a guy who's comfortable as a big leaguer. And reports were that right up to the end, there was thought about sending him back to the minors when Bregman returns. Instead, they kept him, and they sent Hamilton down, and Meyer just continues to impress.
Yeah, his ability with the glove is the reason he's here. They're thinking, you know what, his bat will develop. He can hit. He'll be just fine. He just has to keep getting at bats, but he's here for his defense.
And then here's the play. I hate to ever bring up an interference instruction call at third base, but there it is. They called him out, but then immediately said, no, the foot was down in front of the bag. That's obstruction. He goes home.
This is a rule they implemented before the season, in the offseason, and you cannot block the bag if you don't have the ball. And the ball was still not thrown yet, and his foot was blocking the bag.
And they can't review it, which is the interesting
unreviewable.
part of it. Lou Maloney talked about that during the broadcast. Said if you're going to have a review, that's probably one of the obvious things you should review. Foot's on the right bag, Lou was saying, is the room. Here's the rule. The act of a fielder who, while not in possession of the ball and not in the act of fielding the ball, impedes the progress of any runner. Base blocking, the knee or lower leg in front of the bag, foot in front of and parallel to the base. That's what it was. That very last line, it was the foot in front of and parallel, that right foot impeding his progress to the bag.
That's tough as a third baseman because you see the ball coming, you kind of just step to the ball. You're not even paying attention to the bag. You're just trying to get in a good position to put a tag on the base runner.
A year ago, that's not obstruction, not
Exactly.
interference, because he's playing the ball. But this year, that bottom line supersedes
they just
any of it.
implemented that, you know, Chase Utley, guys like those, they were famous for these
Dropping
moves
the knee.
of dropping the knee.
I would
that's
do
why
it.
and that's why, you probably did it.
Yeah, I'm blocking the bag. I remember Bo Porter, I did to Jose Altuve here, and Bo Porter about came out of the dugout trying to kill me because I'm blocking the bag because guys can get hurt that way when they go in head first.
All right, it all adds up to a 10-game winning streak now for the Red Sox. They haven't had one of those since 2018. Take a look at the numbers over the 10-game streak. 299 as a team. They're outscoring teams by 46 runs. We flash back to earlier this season, something Alex Cora said about a streak just like this.
That's a positive, right? The way I see it, and you guys know how I feel about 10-game win streaks. We haven't done that in a while here. That's one. But when you get on a hot streak, you want to get 8 games over 500, 10 games over 500. So, we're still, playing where we at, an average team, right? And hopefully when we get our streak, we can get to 8 games over 500 and then take off.
It's incredible. I mean, he literally predicted exactly what could happen. It's a 10-game winning streak that puts them 8 games over 500. Exactly what he said in almost 2 months ago.
Alex Coristotle.
Hey, he's seen this movie a few times.
Yeah. I mean, this is no surprise to him. He knows his ball club better than anybody, and he knows how during the long season you go on runs and you get beat up on some runs too. But you got to win these ones at home. That's the most important thing.
Well, because the point is, right, the way he looks at it, that's 53 wins. I'm doing math on the fly here, but if you go 500 at this point, the rest of the way, you're at 85 wins. That won't do it, but that's right there. I mean, in other words, the 10-game winning streak allows you to just play good baseball the rest of the way, right? If you can win 6 out of 10, 11 out of 20, you're going to be the playoffs because you're going to be pushing 90 wins.
So the way I look at it, too, is this streak has allowed them not to be perfect. And it gives them some room for error against the Cubs, the Phillies, the Dodgers, and still add to
you can lose a series,
yes, still be in the mix.
okay.
Yeah, that's a great point because the gauntlet is coming.
It's coming.
And there's no question about it.
And you don't want to need a 10-game winning streak in August and September.
Right.
That's what
you don't
right.
have to.
That's when you want to be okay with 500 baseball and still get into the postseason.
Exactly right. All right. Our display of power presented by your New England Chevy dealers. Together, let's drive. Trevor Story has just had himself a terrific first half. Struggled early with the bat, but it's been a while since that happened. Nice play here. The timing, the patience, and the throw all adding up to getting Wall.
Wilson had a little red. I don't know about you, Will. You were up there in the booth. He had a little 97, 98
Yeah, we haven't
today.
seen that all year. He's normally 94, 95. Yeah, he was
knows he's
throwing
going to
it.
get 3 days of rest to air it all out here
Good play
as the Red Sox get the win. And Trevor Story, a big part of it. Our display of power brought to you by New England Chevy dealers. We'll take a break and hear from Cora as Alex Cora talks about the first half and the win, the sweep, and that 10-game winning streak.